The morning sun poured into the palace with clean, golden light, and Cinderella was brushing her short, neat hair while humming happily. Le soleil du matin entré dans le palais, avec une lumière d'orient propre, et Cendrillon brassates cheveux courts, et bean ranges en fredonnant joisement. Rapunzel sat on the floor beside her, carefully folding her long, glowing hair like a blanket, smiling proudly. Raiponce était assise par terre à ctdl, pliant soignusement ses longs cheveux, lumineux comme une couverture, and souriant avec fiert. They had agreed on a simple plan, a tiny spell to try new hairstyles just for fun. Elles avaient décidé d'un plan, simple, un petit sort, pour essayer de nouvelles coiffures. Just pour see. The fairy wand sparkled softly, nothing scary, nothing dramatic, just a gentle poof. La baguette de fée scintillate doucement. Rien d'effrayant, rien de dramatic, just in ledger poof. Cinderella closed her eyes and said, just a little volume, please. Cendrillon formal suit dt Justin pel de volume ct plot. Rapunzel laughed and added, and maybe, slightly shorter for me. Raiponce rit et ajuda, et piater, en pel plus court pour moi. The wand sneezed. La baguette eternua. There was a loud whoosh, a swirl of pink smoke, and suddenly, silence. Il y eut un grand whoosh, un tourbillon de fumée rose, puis soudain. Less silence. Cinderella opened her eyes and screamed. Cendrillon ouvrit les yeux et cria. Her hair exploded down her back, across the floor, out the door, and politely knocked over a chair. Ses cheveux exploseront le long de son dos, sur le sol, hors de la porte, et renverseront poliment une chaise. Rapunzel touched her head slowly and froze. Raiponce touch a lentement sattt. Her hair was short, very short. Shockingly short. Ses. Cheveux étaient courts. Trs courts for contement courts. They stared at each other. Elles se regardèrent and then they screamed together. Puis elles quaranta ensemble. Cinderella tried to walk, but her new hair wrapped around her ankles like an excited puppy. Cendrillon essaya de marcher. Mais ches nouveaux cheveux enrouleront. Author de ses cheveux comme un chariot trop joyeux. Rapunzel jumped up happily, then stopped, confused, feeling strangely light. Raiponce usata de joie, puis s'arrêta, confused se sentant étrangement. Leger. I feel aerodynamic, Rapunzel said seriously. Gmi sens aerodynamic. Dit Raiponce. Trs cerissement. Cinderella tripped, rolled, and landed in a pile of her own hair. Cendrillon trebutia. Roula et tirit, dans and Tostas's proper cheveux. Servants ran in, slipped, got tangled, and immediately pretended nothing was happening. Les serviteurs accurant, glycerant, as emolorant, et fear. Immediatement semblant cutout alabine. Rapunzel tried to help by pulling Cinderella's hair, but pulled too hard. Raiponce essaya de derbe. And tyrant les cheveux de Cendrillon. Mais tira trop fort. Cinderella slid across the room like a mop. Cendrillon glissa à travers la pièce comme une serpillière. They laughed so hard they cried. Elles rierent, tellement, qu'elles pleurant. A mirror nearby spoke softly, trying not to laugh. Un miroir proche parla doucement, essayant de ne pas rire. This is not what you asked for, it said carefully. Ce n'est pas ce que vous avez demandé, dit-il prudemment. Rapunzel tried braiding Cinderella's hair, but the braid grew another braid. Raiponce essaya de tresser les cheveux de Cendrillon, mais la tresse fit pousser, une autre tresse. The other braid waved, l'autre tresse fit cuckoo. Cinderella sighed dramatically and said, I wanted elegance. Cendrillon soupira dramatiquement. Étude de jivalet d'intelligence. Rapunzel smiled and said, You got personality. Raiponce saurait et dit, Tu as eu de la personnalité. Suddenly, the spell started wobbling again. Soudain, le sort recommence à trembler. The hair swapped back halfway. Cinderella had medium hair, Rapunzel had wild curls, and both looked ridiculous. Les cheveux incongruent à moitié Cendrillon avaient de cheveux moyens. Raiponce de boucles sauvages et toutes lest du avez l'air ridicules. They burst into uncontrollable laughter. Elles éclatorent de rire sans contrail. The wand finally gave up and snapped itself back to normal. La baguette abandonna finalement et reventit toute seule à la normale. Slowly, gently, everything settled, lentement, doucement, tout se calma. Cinderella's hair returned to its soft, perfect shine. Les cheveux de Cendrillon retrouveront leur douceur parfaite. Rapunzel's golden hair flowed long and glowing once more. Les cheveux d'ors de Raiponce redevinrent longs et lumineux. They sat on the floor, exhausted, smiling, surrounded by hair accessories and chaos. Elles se serenaient par terre, épuisées, souriantes, enterrées d'accessoires, pour cheveux et de chaos. Cinderella laughed and said, "Let's never do that again."